All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. You already know the vibes, man. What's going on, Culture Gang? Y'all know the vibes, we are here. And y'all know what it is when y'all see Cari baby next to me. Y'all know what time it is. We are here to make the cultures connect. What's going on with you, Cari?
Oh, so much is going on.
Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen. What more could you ask for?
we cooking in the kitchen. We're cooking in the kitchen, man. What's going on, man?
Literally was cooking dinner in the kitchen.
I like it. It's the reality for me. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it's all about, man. I love that. But like you said, man, it is so much going on in the culture. There's so many things happening, man.
Oh yeah.
How are you feeling? Just overall, just the state of the culture, just the environment. Because we coming out of the pandemic, which I still feel like we're in a pandemic. And,
right? Because we're still doing our show online. It's like this whole. It's really quite funny because it's like we've been here every single week doing this over and over and over again, and it's just like it's home basically, right? So it hasn't really changed that much for us. And of course, we kind of do it in our little studios at home or whatever. So it's this continual just sort of, we're still doing it, whatever. And but what's amazing is that we've had better and more quality guests on the show.
Absolutely.
And that's more exciting. We've got some bigger news coming up for me in the fall time, which is super cool that I'm working on with the Culture Connection and with the whole Address the Culture and with Krista, and I'll drop Stevie Stone in there. So I'll just
say that. Speaking of Krista, shouts out to the networking queen in the building. Yes. She checking in. What's going on, man? The number one dot connector in the industry. Shout out to networking queen, man. She always making things happen, man. The whole team, man. Shouts out to everybody in the building. I see so many people in here, man. Send a chat, tap in, man. Let us know that you in here. Let us know where you from, man. Gang, check in. And if you don't mind, take your time, go over, subscribe, like, comment to my platform as well as Cari's, as well as Just TV, so you can tap in, man. We got an amazing show. We got a super dope guest tonight. You know what I'm saying? But like you were saying, Cari, like it's so much going on in the culture. Like, how are you feeling? You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's been kind of, well, first of all, if anyone missed Krista's interview, it was just on a couple of weeks ago. So make sure you guys go and check that out because it was a lot of fun. Lots of little nuggets were thrown out, and also upcoming artists and shows were kind of thrown in the mix. So make sure you guys do check that out.
A lot of jewels were dropped. A lot of jewels.
A lot. Just like what to do being an artist and how to get your name out there and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, we are going to be having Krista on once a month pretty soon. We're just kind of getting it all sort of in place and that kind of, schedule is all in line. But ideally, we are going to be starting our season 4 after the Labor Day long weekend. 4 already. And then connected with Cari, we're season 5. With that one. Season 3. Season 3 with this one, sorry, and then season 5 with Connected with Cari. Yeah. So it's been busy with both shows. And I've been trying to, of course, any guest that comes on this show can come on the other show and vice versa. So it's not really limited. So that's why it's also nice to be able to have that bigger connection with the cultures. So that's really exciting and fun. And then, of course, like more artists can work together, and that's how we get more people to work together across, like, not just across the States, but across Canada and, wherever. We're doing the whole mix of it all because that's really what it's all about. And then, of course, the guests coming on, like learning more and more about the cultures down in the States and everything, because being here in Canada, we know some stuff, but we don't know enough of the culture down there. So this has been really good to help all those that do tune in across the world to know, like, okay, what's going on in our countries, because not everyone knows, right? They only hear what's on TV or what's on the radio or social media. But this is kind of like the inside story, the behind the scenes of like, okay, what is actually happening and our kind of views on it, because not everyone has the same views, which is fine. You know, like we have completely different perspectives on some things, and that's fine as well. So it's kind of neat to see that we agree on some things and we don't agree on some things. So we agree to disagree.
Absolutely. And that's good, man. Shouts out to Stevie Stone,
Yay.
man, for tapping in, man. One of the legendary artists out here, man, putting it in. Super dope, man. And stay tuned for that collab with Bigg and Stevie Stone. You know what I'm saying? Coming real soon.
Absolutely. It's so cool. The artists we do have on tonight, they actually did work together. They were on tour together, the Tech Nine tour.
Absolutely. Legendary. You know what I'm saying? Legendary vibes, man. And that's what we want to continue to bring. What's going on? Shouts out to the Culture Gang tapping in. Y'all already know the vibes. We appreciate y'all in here, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. What's dope about this platform is that, like you said, Cari, you kind of touched on it. People think just because the States and Canada is like so close that the viewpoints is the same, and it's really not. You know what I'm saying? The more we do this show, it shows how relevant and important this show is, because you think people know what's going on, but they really don't. You know what I mean? And I talked to the Budo brothers on another show. Shouts out to my co-host P Stock. You know what I mean? We got the chance to interview the Budo brothers out of Canada, out of Calgary. You know what I mean? That's where they from. And we were discussing, you know, different politics and different things going on. And they were informing me how Canada kind of look up to the United States to kind of like set things. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like you guys are like really into like the political aspect of what's going on here, because what's going on down here kind of like leans into what's going on up there. And it was so enlightening. Like I had no idea. And I had to tell them, I was like, don't put no faith in America, man. You know what I'm saying? Look.
Well, it was true, like when the whole Biden and Trump, election was going on, and we're like, okay, who's going to win? Because it does affect our economy. It's really interesting because people don't. They're like, okay, they're in their own little bubble, and I get that. You're in your own country, it's okay. But we ideally, like we do, because we are so close, that we do intertwine with a lot of economics and politics, and just like even, our gas lines and the whole, like things throughout the pandemic and everything, like everything does coincide with each other. And there was borders closed down and this and that, and the jobs and trucking and everything was, we intertwine with each other so much, but people just don't understand it sometimes. And it's like, okay, that's okay. Like the more you learn, the more you know. And I was kind of ignorant to things too, years ago, and I'm learning more and more, and I'm like, okay, this is great. So, but it's kind of nice because it's like when we do it on our terms, it's like, it makes more sense, whereas some people coming in they're like, I don't even know what you're talking about or this or that. But, we can bring it to people of our ages and those that love music, and it kind of, it gets to them easier. You know what I mean? And it's lighthearted. We're not so, listen to me or whatever, you know what I mean? But we've had some very serious topics on our show, of course, like we had the R. Kelly files on, Liz Martinez on, talking about her stuff. And we did talk about, the trucking convoy, and we did talk a little bit about the pandemic, and we had our good laugh with Rona. I'll never forget that.
Never knew y'all got a store in Canada named Rona. You know what I'm talking about? That was something I never expected. Shouts out to NFE Entertainment, Nappy Face Entertainment. Shout out to Vicious 999, one of our OG Culture Gang members, man. I appreciate you for always tapping in with us, bro.
Always
here. Always locked in, man. Shouts out to everybody that's in here, man. We got a great amount of people in here, man. Tap in. Make sure y'all shoot over to the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell on the side. So anytime we drop any kind of content, you'll be the first one to get it. Y'all already know the vibes, man.
Absolutely. And any questions or whatever, you guys pop it into the comment sections as well. And then we'll get to those as soon as we can throughout the interview, because it's not always, we don't want to interrupt our artists, our guests and things. So we want to be able to make sure they have their chance to speak. And then we'll get into the comments when we can. So please don't think that we're ever holding off on your comments or questions. We do put them in when we can. So I just wanted to touch up on that, because now that we're growing bigger and bigger, a lot of you have been amazing and had questions, and we try and get to everyone as best as we can. And then if there's also questions that we can't get to during the show, that's okay too. Like, we'll try and get to them as best as we can.
We'll definitely spin the block.
Absolutely.
And shout out everybody. Absolutely. Odyssey DJs in this thing, man. Shout out to Odyssey Entertainment, Odyssey DJs, man. Stevie Stone, Krista, they doing their thing, man. They out here making super major moves, man. The team is really moving in such an amazing way, man. And they're speaking and just moving in an amazing way. When we talk about this Midwest thing, you know what I'm saying? You can't talk about the Midwest without talking about Spaide Ripper, you know what I'm saying? He won a critically acclaimed, the people's champ, you know what I'm saying? He's earned that, you know what I'm talking about? And we got a little here tonight.
I know. Oh, it's incredible. So I think we just need to get him in here so we can just pick that brain of his and
what you said, let's tap in with him. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody hit that share button, run it up like Krista, the networking queen, say. Y'all already know the vibe. Dallas and STL checking in, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in with us, man. Make sure y'all let us know where y'all from as y'all coming in, man. We appreciate all the love, all the support. Y'all already know the vibe. So let's do this, man. Let's bring Spaide Ripper up in here, man, so he can tell us everything about him, and y'all can get into him. Y'all already know the vibes, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Peace. I'm in the building like foster children. What's good?
Say that. You already know the vibes, man.
Not everyone has an answer to what's going on in the kitchen. So I'm glad, because I'm always curious to see what people will say, because that's like my whole motto of like what's going on in the kitchen. Because quite frequently, everyone has their kitchen for a different use. And a kitchen is, to me, it's like the heart of a home. And it's like they say, at the end of every party, everyone ends up in the kitchen. So to me, it's always a good time. I don't know. Food, family, friends, you know, that's what it is. So that's like our home right here on this show. So welcome. We appreciate your company.
Thank you. I appreciate
that. For coming on, man.
I appreciate y'all for having me, though.
Man, no problem, man. You already know, man. We kind of like to be connected. You know what I'm saying? And stay in tune with, you know, what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? And you've been one of them staples in the Midwest for a long time, man. Putting in a long run, a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Like putting that concrete down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Open up the platform to where the Midwest is, including Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Me coming from the city. It's a hard grind coming out the Midwest. You know what I'm saying?
It really is.
It really is, bro. So I salute you for putting in that work, man, and continuing to do your thing. So with all of that being said, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
For those who know and those who might not know, tell us who is Spaide Ripper?
Spaide Ripper, I'm the original People's Champ of St. Louis. That's what they call me, Spaide Ripper. I'm the most ambidextrous artist out of my city, and I will argue out of my region. You know what I mean? I'm a hit maker. I'm a showman. I'm an MC. I'm a wordsmith. I'm a lyrical technician. I'm a party starter. You know what I mean? All of that wrapped up.
All that wrapped up into one, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? I like that energy, man. And I got some questions that came in via the culture game. And Krista, the networking queen. You know what I'm saying? We tapping in, man. We want to get straight to it, man. What does the Ripper, the letters Ripper in your last name, what does that stand for? Yeah, what does that stand for, man?
You know what? I usually don't tell people what it stands for, because that's kind of like my little thing to make sure people really checking for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you have you.
We on the Coach Connection. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
You know what
I'm
there are no secrets here. There are no secrets here. We just
that's what I was about to say next. I'm gonna drop it here, and I'm never gonna say it again.
Say that. Exclusive. We like that. You know what I'm talking
y'all
about?
got the exclusive. Y'all got the exclusive. Because I usually, like when I'm out and about and I'm at shows and stuff like that, and people ask me that, I say, go to my website and you know what I mean? That's just my way. But I'm gonna drop it for y'all. RPPER, rhyming imperfection, punishing every rapper. I came up with that when I was a kid because I came up in the battle circuit. Like I'm a battle tested MC. Like we started out, battling like in the gauntlet. You don't even know who you got to battle today, until your name called or your opponent name called. I literally started in the battle circuit. So I used to just be Spaide, and then I put the Ripper on there later as I gained my confidence, you know what I mean? Because it used to be a couple other people running around St. Louis calling themselves Spade, and as if you look at my name, you see I spell it different with the AIDE, so I added that and the Ripper acronym on the end, so I couldn't be confused with nobody else.
You know what, bro? It's kind of dope that you brought up the confidence aspect of that, and that kind of leads me into my next question. Are you still as confident as you were when you chose to identify with that?
Yeah. I still burn it down. I burn it down to this day. I got a pocket full of matches as we speak. You know what I mean? Like I set the building on fire. It ain't no problem. I'm waiting on the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them guys.
Amazing. Yeah. I think we need to also learn a little bit about how you got involved in the music scene. Like, where did like we may hear like you've had 13 Billboard top hits or whatever. So we need to kind of get into this, dissect it a little bit. Like, how did you start in the industry? Because a lot of kids are out there, they're like, oh, I want to be as great as him, as this artist, and there's so much involved, but everyone has their backstory. Okay, how did you get involved, and why did you get involved? Was it family, friends, or someone you looked up to and you're like, I want to be just like him? And are you disappointed at any aspects along the way?
Yeah, it's really kind of all of that wrapped up. Of course, I started rhyming for my family and friends first, and they let me know, like, I actually was working with something. You know how you go to, freestyling on the school bus, the lunch tables, all that. I graduated to the battles, and then I moved to the battle scene out in St. Louis because we used to have like the Monday nights where everybody would go get in the gauntlet, like I was talking about earlier. And I really kind of honed my style and found myself in the gauntlet, on the battle scene, which, motivated me to step up my recording because before then, it was kind of like basement recording and whatnot. But, once I realized, the city really wanted to hear what I had to say, I knew I had to step my game up as far as the recording and production process and like really offer something up to standard. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I did that. Started recording, and then moved to the club scene in St. Louis because, like I guess once it switched over to like 2000, like after post Nelly, well, we always had a big club scene in St. Louis, but after Nelly came out, it was kind of like it was everybody wanted to be on the scene, so our club scene was really popping. And just to be an artist in St. Louis, Missouri, you had to have like a party, something that's going to rock the party, not just like some dope lines or some metaphors or some bars. It was like a different circuit I came from with the battles, So, we switched over and, got popping in the club scene. I started dropping records, seeing what people like, figuring out what people want to hear, what's the tempo, make people dance, You know what I mean? Things like that. The first song I really had popping and played on the radio in St. Louis was a record I had Juvenile, who was actually my first big feature. And it was a song called Yes Sir. It was a straight party record, but we kind of used that record as like a litmus test to figure out what to do, because we didn't really know what we were doing. We just had a hot record of artists on it, and we had it in the clubs and playing on the radio and whatnot, but we wasn't privy to the business side of the game yet. You know what I mean? So that record with Juvenile kind of showed us what to do right. You know what I mean? So then that's when I dropped the Like Always record that they was using on the commercial, on the promo, that record. That's like the hit record. That's the record that charted on Billboard. That's the record that got me locked in with Rap A Lot and Scarface and all that, and kind of certified me as an artist for my city. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then it went to be for 13 weeks on the Billboard charts.
Yeah. We was up there, but nobody really above us except like Chris Brown, Busta Rhymes.
Man, talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Like the people that was above me on the Billboard. I mean, they was at the top of the top. Like I said, we talking about Busta Rhymes. Chris Brown was the era when Chris Brown had Run It Out.
Oh man, that
was the number one song on the chart.
Yes.
Jewel Santana.
So
congratulations. That's crazy.
Yeah, Santana was on that joint. Yeah. So it was that era. It was that moment in time. You know, I was a couple Spaide. Nobody know who I was. The song blew up so fast. Like,
wow.
I wasn't privy to the internet and nothing. Like, if you go back, like on Billboard.com, or if you ever catch an old Billboard magazine and flip through and shit, like it'll say like no picture available. For me to have my name, but I didn't even know what the internet was yet. You know what I'm saying? The song blew up naturally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
organically, as they say.
Organically, right? And
organically.
It spread beyond me and my means. It literally did its own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is amazing, because that's what you want as an artist. Is that's how you're getting your proof of what you're doing. You know, you're doing something from your heart. You know that you're doing something that pleases the people. But you know, once it's kind of in your blood, it's like it's not going to stop you. And that's what we want, as you know, being on the radio and listening to songs, and those in the art, like all the artists in the industry. That's what you guys need to do. Is you need to be able to, don't be looking at the charts necessarily, but being put out the music that really feels your soul, and just go for it. And then these things will just organically happen, like out of the blue. So that's how you know you're doing what you're supposed to do. And amazing, like absolutely incredible. That
record ended up being on Scarface.
I was like, wow, yes, amazing, completely amazing. I'm beside myself always when I read these bios, and I'm like, this is insane. But it's getting there. You know, these artists, they just want to give up. Sometimes they're not getting their Spotify streams, or they're not getting this, or they're not getting that. But sometimes it's just, don't focus so much.
It's just part of the game. You know, it's gonna be ups and downs. It ain't always gonna be sweet. You know, you just gotta grind. If you love it, you're gonna stick it out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you're doing it for some money, then
you in the wrong business.
You in the wrong business. You got to love this. You can't do the money. The money just a bonus when it comes to, you got to really love being in front of these people, putting these words together, being in the studio. Like if you don't love that, then this ain't for you. You know?
100%.
That's a fact, man. I kind of got a two-part question. You know what I mean?
It's all good.
Like leads into each other. You was named the People's Champ. You know what I'm saying?
Original People's Champ. Yeah. We that was before Paul Wall and all that came out. I've been around. I mean, that ain't no diss or nothing. You know,
no.
Shout out to Paul Wall.
You just is. Like shout out to Soldier Boy. You was the first rapper. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's all. That's all. You know, that's but that's part of my story. You know, like I said, coming from the battle circuit and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like once I topped the battle circuit and established myself as one of the top battle MCs, I dropped a mixtape. You know, and from that mixtape, I moved to the club scene because once I had the tangible mixtape, it gave me something to sell. Like it wasn't even cool to sell your own CD or pass out your own flyer or stand outside the club holding your own poster with promo. Like that wasn't cool in St. Louis. Like you couldn't get I don't want to use profanity, but you couldn't get a rapper to promote himself. Everybody had a street team or some people that's their past, but I was the one who broke the ice to say, hey man, I'm Spade Ripper. I got this CD out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't have no shame about it or didn't feel like I was too good. You know what I mean? To stand outside the club and wait on everybody coming out and try to sell a CD. Where you won't buy a CD here, take this flyer.
Yeah.
You know, like I was well, you know, I'm sure somebody gonna say they did it before me, but
I get it
pioneered
because the movement was always to look bigger than you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I didn't have no reason to front like that.
You know what I mean? 100%. You gotta fake it till you make it. So it's dope to have a lot of people out there promoting you like you got a whole movement going, even if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? It's the perception of it and the fact that you was like able to just say, you know what, I'm finna get out here, I'm finna shake hands, kiss babies, and pass out my music. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Put it on your back. That's dope. And that kind of leads me into my next question. Like, with you being out there touching the people and being so involved with the culture on the ground level, and we talk about just your city. And I know St. Louis is similar to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them places where you kind of want to put your city on the map, you know what I'm saying? And I know you got big artists that came from St. Louis, just like the Shaq. But can you kind of talk about how important it is for you to be the people's champion and coming out of St. Louis with that chip on your shoulder you trying to put on for your city? And do you feel that the city gives you the necessary support in return?
Well, you know, as far as, you know, being the people's champ, it's really, I have to say the original people's champ at this point because, you know, other rappers, you know, I set a trend when I did that. So now it's like, oh, he the guy with the bar. So now, you know, another rapper come out and say, I'm the new people's champ. You know what I'm saying? And then we battle about it and all that. Now, you know what I mean? So I done been through all of that, first and foremost. And then as far as the city definitely show love and know who I am. But, you know, at this point in 2022, the baby's growing up. You know, it's another genre that's blossoming in St. Louis. You know, the youngsters, they with the auto-tune and they make younger music. I'm not dissing them, but they got their own thing. They can't do what we did because just like we thought the cats that was older than us was corny. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just kind of how hip-hop goes. At the end of the day,
each generation kind of has their sound. Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Look, bro, we got to change that narrative, man. Hip-hop is not for the youth no more, bro.
It's not for the youth. It's not for the youth anymore. You're right.
Come on, bro. We got to change that. No, it's not, bro. But hip-hop, 50 years old now? Like 50,
that's
60
what
years old? You know what I'm saying?
So we just now getting grown hip hop. You know what I mean? In 2005 or 2000, you know what I'm saying? In the year, we didn't have the hip hop grandfathers like we have now. You know what I mean? Now we got a grown. You know what I mean? So now we come of age, but you know, as far as the club scene in St. Louis belong to the youngsters. I'm not gonna get on here and lie. It belongs to the, you know what I mean? And I'm an older artist, so I'm on the road. Like they know who I am. When they see me, they pay homage and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not at the bar with the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna front. You know, I go on tour. I go do my shows out of town. You know what I mean? Drop my music. You know, and play it how OG's supposed to play it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of tours, you were up here in Canada on tour with Stevie Stone, and you guys were for the Tech Nine tour. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how did you like that tour, and did you like it in Canada? Would you come back?
Well, I'll say this: every tour I do with Stevie Stone is a good tour. You know, I've been knowing Stone for for a long time, man. I've been knowing Stone for a very long time. And we've done lots and lots of tours. I toured with Stone before he was signed to Strange Music. You know what I mean? Like I've been knowing him that long. When Stone was on Ruthless, I was moving from city to city with him, you know, as well as I was on the album that he dropped on Ruthless Records, you know. So me and Stone been going around America, going around the world. We've been doing this for a while, you know, and we really, you know, the tag team champions of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Stevie Stone been putting in work just like you, man. Shouts out to Krista. You already know the vibes. Nelly was the top artist and charted by numbers. But if you do your research, you were named the top hip hop artist of STL from 2003 to 2005. The public audience called you a staple in the industry.
That's just facts.
That's just facts. That's what we doing.
There.
You know what I'm talking
about?
Was
there. She was there. You know, like I come up in the game was legendary and it haven't been duplicated. Even to this day, even as we sit in 2022, there is no artist from St. Louis who topped the charts independently since I've done it. Now, there's some people that signed away what they worth, and we just see them on TV, and they, you know, they end up in the Hot 100 and don't, you know, and working for somebody else at the end of the day. You know, not a diss, but that's just real. But as far as some guys from the corner putting their nickels together and making an impact on the Billboard from St. Louis, Missouri, that's us and only us. That's Spaide Ripper and the guys who back me and nobody else. Yeah. No matter how successful they are, and it's people, and I ain't saying it's people more successful than me or might have more money than me and all of that. But I'm telling you what I did. I set the foundation for being a rapper with no deal, and we gonna do this ourselves. Yeah, you know, I'm the blue. You can't decide to do it yourself from St. Louis and not follow my footsteps. You know what I mean?
Say that when it's real, it's real. You can't deny it, man. I want to go back to a question that our coaching game wanted to ask you.
Okay.
How did it feel for you to have made it on the Billboard charts? How was that feeling? Express
it was the best. It was the best feeling in the world, bro. Because like I said, we from the soil with it. We wasn't wealthy or we wasn't driving, you know, Bentleys or none of that. We just was some guys from the block who said, "This what we gonna do." You know what I mean? And we grinded it out and we made it happen. You know, it was the best feeling in the world to touch the Billboard independently. There's no feeling like that. There's no feeling like that. Yeah. You know, I ain't talking about the iTunes charts. You know, we got all this other stuff going. I ain't talking about you just number one on Spotify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't talking about you just number one to the people with iPhones.
Yeah. Right.
I'm talking about
you kids that don't know Billboard, you guys can go check that out. Go get on Google right
See,
now.
It's a different monster,
Go on Urban Dictionary and you check out the Billboard charts and you will just be beside yourself because that's...
the Billboard still fluctuating to this day. I mean, people still charting Billboard Hot 100s and all that to this day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily...
top 10. No, it's, top 500, top 300, top 2. And every single year, it's insane. So that's absolutely crazy. And to be able to make it on for 13 weeks, never mind 13 weeks. Like if you're on even for a couple weeks, that's considered
even
amazing.
1 week. If you made it on the
Absolutely.
Billboard for 1 week, I salute you because I know it's difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's
Especially
difficult.
independent without a machine behind.
That's what I'm saying. That independent, that's something like you really gotta have a hot record that everybody wants to hear. Not just, you know what I mean? Some people want to hear. You gotta have something that's hotter than the industry.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, they didn't want me on the Billboard, or even if I'm on the Billboard, they didn't want me that high up. Like, to be all the way transparent with you, like Nelly had grills out at the same time. It's like always. You know what I'm saying? So that's like
that's
number
one of his
11.
Records.
That's what I'm saying. But I charted above it.
Wow.
Talk your shit.
I'm just being real.
Talk your shit.
I charted above that record independently.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a different
all
sound.
Of the push, all of the people that was on that record, all of the features that's on that record, all of that energy, the record label, Universal, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And I charted above. He was number 11. I was number 3, number 4. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just real. I mean, it's not a secret.
To Stevie Stone. Shouts out to Stevie Stone, like always, verifying what you said. It's not a secret. Y'all been putting in work for a long time, man. These are facts. You can't doubt facts. You know what I'm saying? This is 100%. And you doing your thing, charting at a time where arguably at that time, Nelly was one of the biggest artists in the world at that time.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know
and he sells out shows to this day. Like, he's been up here probably almost every year for quite a few years. He'll come up for our Calgary Stampede in July, and he'll be here, you know, just for a couple shows, and they're always sold out completely every single time. And it's like his music does not get old anytime, you know. So that's always what we want. So if you have ever been
what I could say positive, what I could say positive about St. Louis artists right now is that can't nobody rock a party like a brother from St. Louis, man. Hey, no matter what they say about a rapper for St. Louis, they can dog Chingy or Jaquan or say you simple, but if you put on our records out of St. Louis, the party is jamming.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, St. Louis got hits, you know what I'm saying? But look, I gotta put on for the city, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I might beg to differ. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about? But look,
hey, you got it, big dog. You got it.
It's all a Midwest thing, you know what I'm saying? That's what Dylan them say, you feel me? I love that energy, man. I love everything about you, man. It's like full circle, man. You've been doing so much work, man. Just from you seeing it from the other side, man. I want to ask you, you know, just to kind of tap in. If you could change something about the industry, what would you change?
If I could change something about the industry, I was flustered when I realized, the authenticity, man. Like everybody shouldn't be able to talk heavy, in my opinion. I guess maybe it's just because I'm getting older, you know what I mean? But like, you can't just rap where I'm from. Like, when I was coming up, like, you just couldn't be anybody. Like, people would literally take you off the mic. Like, who is this guy? Like you really had to be certified and 10 toes down to get on the mic and say how bad you are and what you would do and what, you know what I'm saying? You just could not do that in my era. And I watched the era come where it became like, you know, you put a rapper together like a puzzle. You know what I mean? I'm just not fond of that. Once I realized that the top rappers in the game don't even write their own music and stuff like that. Like, all of that was disheartening for me because I put so much effort into being original, authentic, and, you know, my words. So it's like, what? They not even coming. Like, that was like, it blew my mind. I wasn't ready for that. Maybe I was naive, you know what I mean? But I didn't realize that's what the game was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought everybody was who they said they was, and I wasn't never thinking that people was rapping other people's stuff and being at the top of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about remixes? What do you feel about the remixes that the kids do make these days?
I mean, hip hop as a genre is a remix. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Like hip hop is built off of sampling, so it's kind of hard to be mad at them for sampling the hit records. You know what I mean? It's like they sample Biggie Smalls, but Biggie Smalls sampled the Isley Brothers.
That's
you know what I mean?
If you know, you know.
So it's like you can't necessarily be mad at them because we love Biggie Smalls for sampling the Isley Brothers, but we like, hey man, that's Biggie beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and he rapping corny on it. You know what I mean? So that's just how we feel about it.
So it's either big ups or you got to take it for what it is. But I mean, I think it's kind of good in a way because, well, good and bad. Bad because it's not the original, but they're trying to make it their original. So that's kind of good in a way because they're using their creativity
and keep it alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're shouting out the older OGs, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a good thing because they do want to keep that alive in the industry, which is amazing. So, and then some of them do put their own little spins on it. So we have to give them shout outs for that too. Absolutely.
Word. I got records with the C. I'm glad we're talking about this because I'm gonna bridge this over and I'm gonna talk about my new project that I got out. It's called Certified, and
hold it up to the screen. Let us see.
Certified. That's the cover right there. That's my logo right there, and this my latest project. Now, what I want to point out about this project is that I did records with what I felt like was the top of the up and coming rappers at the time from St. Louis, the youngsters. You know what I mean? I took a guy named Buddy Love, and he dope. He do his auto tune thing. He the kind of he do the youngster rap. You know what I'm saying? But he dope at that. He from St. Louis. He got millions of views. I put him on a record with Don Tripp. You see what I'm saying? On my new project. That's something that rappers wasn't doing in my come up era. Like I was already, you would think I'm on Billboard, I'm at the top of Billboard. You would think somebody else would say, hey man, other cat from St. Louis, he hot. We need to get him in the studio. We need a hook. We need 8 bars. We need a verse. We need to do something with him. He on the Billboard, he hot. We need to be jamming with him, and the charts ain't really what it is in these days, but we know we got YouTube and all these millions of views. So I'm seeing these little cats with all these millions of views. I'm doubling back and doing records with them, putting them on records with artists that's bigger than them, bigger than both of us. You see what I'm saying? And giving them an opportunity to sign with her, man, you take this record, you got a record with Spaide, and Don Tripp. You know what I'm saying? I did a record with the little homies 3 Problems. I got 3 Problems on my new tape a couple times, man. They got millions and millions and millions of views. They've been in magazine like I can't even remember what article they was in, to be honest, but they get coverage for the millions of views. It's 3 of them, and one of their members unfortunately got killed, and it was like national news. You know what I mean? Like, because they had made such a buzz for themselves in the underground. I went and got up with them brothers, did a record. I got a record with them while the 3rd member was still. I got all 3 members on my CD, and y'all not from St. Louis, so y'all might not understand how heavy that is. But like I said, one of them got killed and the other one is in jail and only one of them is free. I got all 3 of them on my project. You know what I mean? Like,
legendary.
On some St. Louis tip, but it's just pointing out that I might not get credit for it, but I broke the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Of just letting people do their own thing, and good luck Like, no, little bro, you hot, bro. You know what I mean? You hot. Let's do something together. Here, bro. Here go 200. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on me, man. Let's do. You know what I'm saying? I broke the cycle of that because St. Louis was not about that. We as small of a city as we are, we still like selfish with our. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not with the team, good luck.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Got that kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? But I want me being the people's champ. I had to break that cycle. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I was hot and I was on the come up, I felt like I was waiting on somebody to call me. You know what I mean? Like, somebody, let's do something with somebody. You know, I know somebody finna call me, take me on tour, let me open up something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
man.
Oh, we got a comment in here. Buddy Love. Do you want to go ahead, Bigg Wall?
Yeah.
Buddy Love. Wasn't there Eddie Murphy skinny character on the Nutty Professor?
That's a fact. That's a fact. But see, he a young player, little dude like that. So he named himself Buddy. He a young pretty boy. You know what I'm saying? He a player. So yeah, he took the Buddy Love name. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. But he hot though. If you look him up on YouTube, they got millions of views. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the most number of views? What's your highest number of views? Do you know?
I don't know off the top. Me and Stone got some high numbers with our collaborations, but I, to be honest, I'm not from that era, so I don't be. You know what I mean? I don't really memorize that.
No.
Well, speaking of numbers, man, we're gonna have to do something. Shout out to the Networking Queen. She said Bigg Wall is an artist too. I'm his PR manager. I'm gonna need a Bigg Wall of Spain Ripper record. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna have to make that happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, we bridging that STL Chicago gap. You know what I'm saying?
And then you guys can come up and you can come up and tour.
It's about to get spooky. Man, it's about to get spooky.
Talk your shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Y'all ain't but a few hours away from us.
You know what I mean?
Ain't but a few hours.
I spin a block, man. That's for St. Louis, the long way, man. I used to tour and come up to St. Louis almost every other week to the Blue Hill
Blueberry Hill.
Blueberry Hill. The Blueberry Hill. Shouts out to the Blueberry Hill. Shouts out to the Steve Harris Entertainment, man. He used to book me all the time to come out there and perform in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? So St. Louis is a definitely vibe, man. It kind of reminds me of Chicago in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm 100%. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna have to make that happen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. It's already done.
Look.
It's already done.
Say that. We locked in, bro. I kind of want to ask you
something. Cultures. We're connecting.
That's what we do. That's what we do. You know what I'm talking about? I'm curious to find out how you feel about this, Real.
I'm listening.
How do you feel the internet has affected the music industry? Because, like, I done heard people say the internet is the best thing that happened to the game. And I done also seen people that say internet is destroyed a lot of, things that was popping at one time. It destroyed a lot of business.
I'm on that side.
You know what
I can't even lie.
How you feel about the internet, man?
The internet took the magic out of the game, bro.
Talk your shit.
Like when we used to see like Busta Rhymes and anybody, man, just think about everybody you seen, Nas, and man, just the artists in the game who built the foundation of the game. These people were superheroes, man. We did not know how they got on TV. It was like
it was different, bro.
It was different
until the music videos came out. When the music videos hit MTV,
it was different, bro.
Much music, we're like, oh yeah.
It just was like you had to be in the privy. But see, that's how we got so many cornballs in position. I'm sorry, man. I'm not gonna go on no rant on you.
Talk your shit.
But it's people whose shoulders ain't sturdy enough for this, man. Like you used to have to be cut from a certain cloth, not just rap. You had to be able to rap good and be cut from a certain cloth, not just. you know, I'm a schoolboy and I got some rhyme. You know what I mean? Like you really had to be somebody where you was from. If you wasn't, you know, if your neighborhood, if the corner store can't stamp you and tell you and say yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You can't do this. You know what I mean? So I'm from that era. The internet kind of messed that up because anybody in the world can upload their stuff. You know, and people.
It's not a club no more. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And you're all welcome. You know what I'm talking about?
And it's not for the have-nots anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This used to be the gold of the have-nots. Now, you know, it's private school kids, you know, using their parents' money for the budget. You know what I mean? Who can shoot a video that costs, you know, $50,000.
But let me ask you a question though. Now let's be fair, Rip. Come on, Ripple. Let's be fair. Now, is it my fault? Just say I'm talented. I'm talented. I can rap. I can sing. I can do all that. And my family, you know, they got some bread. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't born, you know, in the trenches. Does that mean I can't pursue my dreams because my story ain't from out the mud like yours? Like, is that fair to me?
I guess when you put it that way, you show me how unfair that can be. But
I'm just saying.
But this my thing though. Hip hop is a street thing.
That's a fact.
When this started from the soil, before it was on the radio, before it was on 100%. TV, before it was called hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was a street corner. Yeah. It was a poverty stricken way. It was like the last original culture. You know what I mean? Like it was the way that people from the bottom translated their pain. You know what I mean? Yeah. Into a entertaining way. Because you know how they say you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Hip hop was the way we got our smiles to keep from crying. You know what I'm saying? So when you subtract the streets from your hip hop, you are subtracting. It's like going from THC to CBD.
Okay,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Hold on. Yeah. So you saying Drake did that to the game? What you just described? Because Drake ain't no gangster. Drake ain't no gangster. He ain't no killer. But
this was long before music. Drake.
But I'm asking you though, Drake represents that artist. Chance the Rapper represents that artist. People who don't come from the streets. You feel what I'm saying? But they make dope music. So are you saying Drake took the game? You know what I'm saying? Brought it down because he's been a man for what, 10, 15 years now? Maybe longer.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But I would argue that Drake makes street music also.
He does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would argue.
He started there too. He did. Absolutely.
He made himself edgy. That's why he had the beef with Kanye and all of that. It's like war tactics. You know what I'm saying? You remember he got into the fight with Chris Brown and they busted Chris. That was his street cred. He did all, in my opinion, that he certified himself as, I'm not just somebody off an acting TV show. I get busy too. You know what I mean? Like he got his hands. I don't know if it was for public relations or not. You know what I mean? But we in the season of the non-street guy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Shouts out to the networking queen. She brought up the Russ. He's a super talented artist. And he's not a street rapper, but he has an amazing fan base.
Yeah.
And it's a loyal fan base. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, this is the time of the non-street rappers. You know what I'm saying? This is their era. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
But
I kind of like it, man. The fact that you don't have to be a killer. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it'd be a lot of bodies on them tracks, man. You know what I'm saying? By the time the song over, it'd be 150 killers. You know what I'm saying? You'd be a serial killer by the time you're done with the song. You know what I'm talking about?
But I'm not necessarily. I'm not talking about like on a drill tip where it's like, you know, like how the Chicago drill thing. See, I'm not there, but I'm just saying, like, you remember when DMX came out?
Oh man, come on, man.
How it's just
Riders, Rockefeller.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Like
the first time you heard "Get at Me, Dog." Do you remember the "Get at Me, Dog" video?
Yeah.
You know the black and white.
It was different. It was different. That's
like
fact.
you just know. It's just like that's why he sold so many records, because it was like, all right, he one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Nas, the stories Nas was telling, like when you hear Illmatic, and it was really like his first 2 albums, like when he was like, when you listen to it and what he was talking about, the clues he was giving, it's like, okay, he one of us.
Yeah.
He one of us. He from the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just different, man. It was just different. It was just now, just like I said, THC and CBD. That's my comparison to it. You can sell CBD. Listen to me. You can sell CBD anywhere.
Everywhere.
They sell CBD gummies in Walmart, in Target. You understand what I'm saying? In the grocery store. But when you need some THC, you got to hit the block. If you ain't got no dispensaries, in your city and no card, you got to know somebody. You got to hit the block. You got to go somewhere ugly.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just a little different. It's just a little different. And I look at it like that. Like Drake music. Yeah, it's CBD. You can sell it anywhere. You can play it. That's not a diss. It's just an analogy.
It's not. No, it's true. It's universal. It's universal.
If Drake called me tonight and say, "Come on, I'm on my way." All right,
man.
I'm not dissing him.
Ain't nothing else
I'm not dissing him.
I mean, we gotta keep Canada on the map, okay? That's all there is to
it. It's just an analogy.
Yes,
you can sell it anywhere. It's for anybody, anywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it has to be something special, man.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
It's something else.
A unique sound. You gotta have something to catch the people's attention. You can't. I mean, that's the thing. As much I do love Drake, I have to say I'm a huge fan of his. I've been to a concert. Amazing. However, when you put out an album after album after album, it generally kind of goes generic at one point and you lose interest. Honestly, I love Drake. I love tons of his songs. I've got a lot of his CDs, whatever. Great. But we have to have some individuality. We have to have a different sound. We have to change the game a little bit, bring out, like the OGs, like we said, it's got to be a new taste, a new flavor to be able to keep it alive. And then, it's good. You got to balance it, the old with the new. I think that's what the game is about, right? We have to intertwine it. We have to keep it alive, but we also need that new flavor too. We can't just, like you said, throw a little THC in there and get down some back alleys and, hit up the homeboys and you're good, right?
Say that. Somebody got to know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm talking about?
Word.
Get in the kitchen and get your flavor. That's all I'm saying.
Talk your shit. Hey, bro, man. We want to thank you for coming on the show, man. Like, I feel like we could keep talking forever. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's super dope, man. Your energy is amazing, bro. We definitely gonna put that collab together, and we're gonna spin a block, man. We're gonna have to have you come back on the show, man. And
man. Because it's a lot of because
just touching.
Talk about my other projects. I got a lot to talk about, so I'm definitely gonna have to spin the block and get back with y'all whenever y'all ready.
Can we answer this one real quick for Leslie?
Yes.
What music
What music do I have for us today? I got a project. My latest project is called Certified. You can go to SpadeRipper.com and get it. Now, see, I did something different with this project. I didn't do the streaming thing with this one because, once again, I had to take it back to the essence because the streaming thing, I got a whole conversation for that too. They robbing us in a way. In my opinion. I don't like paying all the money for these features, for these beats, for these studio time, and then make sense off the recording. Yeah. Because so long story short is if anybody who rock with Spade Ripper, who loves Spade Ripper, you've been down Spade Ripper over the years, go to SpadeRipper.com and get it. If you ain't got no CD player, that's cool. You can get the digital version, but you have to get it from SpadeRipper.com because you're really supporting me. That way, I don't make 3 cents off of it.
Come on,
you understand? I'm not signed to a major machine, so. Every dollar count. I don't have no shame in saying that. I need the support of my fans. So SpadeRipper.com. This CD right here, it features Starlito, it features Don Tripp, it features Stevie Stone, and it features Keek the Sneak, as well as a couple of up and coming artists from St. Louis from the younger gen. I wouldn't even call them up and coming, just from a different generation than me. I had to put a couple of the youngsters on, like I said. Certified. SpadeRipper.com. All my projects available through there. You know, I got a project coming out through. I'm dropping an EP through Odyssey Records, as well as I got Zombie Part 4 because I dropped a 3-part series: Zombie Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. I got Part 4 coming. As well as I got a collab tape now. I just linked back up not too long ago with the brother who produced the beat to that Like Always record that we was talking about, the one that was on the Billboard charts. Me and the producer a few months back, the producer of that record a few months back, we just reunited. We back locked in. We working on the project. So I got those 3 things coming. SpadeRipper.com. Social media, I'm Spade Ripper. SPAIDERPPER. You will find me.
Yep. And we'll have you back on our shower studio night.
Yes. See, look, took those. See, me and Cari like Shaq and Kobe. You know what I'm talking about? Like, shouts out to the networking queen, man. We're gonna bring you back the live performance on the show. Shower studios, where you come in, man. You tap in with our audience. And do some of the music, man. You know what I'm
gonna burn it down. I'm gonna burn it down.
We gonna have you back, bro. I like your energy, man. Like Krista say, the fans are forever. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Stevie Stone. Shouts out to Odyssey Records out here doing amazing things in the culture, man. I'm looking forward to everything you got going. Your EP, bro. Anytime you got anything popping, man, consider this your home away from home, man. We're gonna have you back. We're gonna chop it up, and we might bring you back just to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to bring, other things that's going on in the culture, man, and see your perspective on it.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I would like that, bro. I would like
already know the vibes, man. We appreciate you for tapping in with us, man. And like I said, bro, if time is something that you can't get back, so we appreciate you coming through, giving us yours, for real.
Thank you, brother. I mean that. It was nice kicking it with y'all, and anytime y'all call me, I'm on deck. We're going to get this music done, bro. We got to get one in. Krista said we got to do it. We got to do it.
Let's do it.
We got to do it.
Ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah, man.
Because you guys need to be on the show together, performing together. So
That's right. And I got a lab in St. Louis, man. If you ever come through St. Louis, you know what I mean?
Let's make it happen, bro.
Let's
do that. Triple Players Meet, man. I love your energy, man.
Yes, sir.
I understand why you are the people's champ, man.
Thank you, brother.
Well deserved, man. You put in that groundwork, man. And I wish you nothing but the success that you deserve, bro. Everything.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
We definitely gonna have you back, brother. Thank you.
Absolutely. All the best from here. All the best from Canada, too. We would love to have you back someday. So, yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be in Canada soon. Hopefully. I definitely want to get up them ways and have some more fun,
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait.
All right, bro. You have a good night, man. We're going to be tapping in real soon. All right, bro?
All right, now. Peace.
Hey. Oh.
Look. Now that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, That's one of the type of artists that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like his energy, his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Everything he has done for the culture, man. It's amazing.
Doesn't get any better. Yeah. And that's coming on and just dropping all the truth bombs and all the hard work he's put in and just giving us those tidbits about how being an artist, like, don't feel ashamed to do it by yourself. Don't be ashamed that you're not on a label, that you're out there handing out CDs. Like, we've had many artists come on, and other artists on my show saying, like, they still hand out flyers, they still hand out CDs. Don't feel ashamed. And it's just, I think it's neat that artists do that, because then you actually get the product from that artist right into your hand instead of downloading it from the internet, right? Like, how authentic is that? I think that's amazing. And if you actually knew it was the artist, you can get them to sign it right there on the spot.
You took the words out of my mouth. You
right?
literally took the words out of my mouth. You know what I mean? Yes, you did. You get the sound, you get the feel, and it's still that. Like I'm a fan of mixing the two. You know, taking a little bit of something from the old and mixing it in with the new. Even though it's the internet and it's digital and everything is in your face, but you can still print up CDs just to give your artists something. You know what I'm saying? You can still do hand-to-hand flyers just to give your artist something. You know what I'm saying? You got to mix it up, man. So shouts out to everybody that's been in tune, man. We appreciate y'all. We still got a nice amount of people in here. Shouts out to the Culture Gang. Shouts out to Krista, the networking queen. We are definitely outside. We're doing so many amazing things. Shout out to Odyssey Records. Shout out to Stevie Stone, man, for tapping in. We appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
And we definitely gonna cook up that joint too, man. We got a lot going on with the team, with the movement. We all doing so many amazing things. Shouts out to everybody that's watching. Shouts out to Just TV, everybody in Canada, everybody in China, everybody in the NCG network. Yes, Miss Cari said it. Everybody watching us from Roku on channel SSH 101. You already know we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us, man. We really do appreciate it. Right, Cari?
All the support is so incredible. And seriously, we cannot do these shows without you guys. If you do want to be on a show, please contact myself or Big Wall, and we will by all means go through whatever you send us, an EPK, some little information videos, whatever. We'll go through them and see if we can have you on the show for sure. And yeah, like absolutely. If you know someone that, you know, they're too shy to ask for themselves and you're like, oh, this person would be amazing, just by all means, like drop us a line, because this is how we like to get our guests on the show, is through word of mouth as well. We don't actually go and search for people. We don't have a lot of time to do that, unfortunately, but we've had amazing people just come on that we don't even know about too. So by all means, hit us up. Like, it's been so crazy and so fun, but we love having like the old school guys on and telling us, you know, how they grew up in the industry and all their tidbits.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like we just don't know, right? Like how people start and why they started doing this. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, by all means, like we just love it. Like I can't ask for anything better, but the support 100% is amazing. And we just can't wait to have you guys all the way through to the next season as well. So that's going to be coming up so soon. I'm so excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on. So y'all already know, man, we're going to be back next week with the same type of vibe, same type of energy, with maybe somebody you know, or maybe somebody you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You never know who going to be on the show when me and Cari, when we get in this kitchen and get to chopping it up. You already know. Yeah. Shouts out to London Paris in the building for tapping in with us. Y'all already know the vibes. We appreciate all your continued support. Tap in with London Paris every Thursday right here on the Address the Culture Network, where she interviewed and got her home world. And it's amazing. Y'all already know the vibes. We appreciate everybody for tapping in. So until next week, I'm your boy, Big Wall.
I'm your girl, Cari.
And this is the Culture Connection. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are. So make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make that right connection. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections. All you gotta do is hush, you ain't gotta say much when you make them right connections. If you wanna double up, keep the money in the tuck, I can put you in the right direction. I can never get enough, all I got is us, I speak the true confession. Everything goes smooth cause I stay on the move and make them right connections.